From All Out Bronco, DK Metcalf to the Broncos for Jerry Jeudy and picks. Who says no? They reunite DK with Russ, right? I would assume that Seattle says no. It depending on what your pick is, which is a problem since Denver's light on draft capital, that is maybe intriguing since you're giving up a good receiver to get a great receiver. Judy's got his own injury stuff as well. But if I'm Seattle, I'm not trading away DK Metcalf. He is young enough that even as I rebuild, he fits my timeline. So if I were Seattle, and as long as DK's not forcing his way out, I would simply pay him. So what would you do if you ran the Seahawks organization and you were like, DK's like, I want to get paid? What would you do? Would you trade him away like A.J. Brown, like Tyreek Hill, like Devontae Adams? Or would you instead pay him? Let me know in the comments section. What would you do with DK Metcalf? T for trade, P for pay. This question is going to be the pinned comments on today's video. So if you get the ad break here, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. All right, Travis Baker, what teams are fits for Donta Hightower? Lots of them. I think any team that runs a variation of that Patriot-style defense, right? Including the Patriots themselves. I know producer Jack desperately wants him to return to New England. Tennessee didn't really add any linebackers. It's out of a late-round pick from Chance Campbell. Hightower could be a fun fit there. Miami's not in desperate need of any linebackers either after they drafted Channing Tindall, but I feel like Hightower's a better version of a Landon Roberts, so, like, bring him in. Denver didn't do much at inside linebacker. The Ravens could have some fun on that standpoint, too. Hightower being unsigned is interesting. I don't think he's as well regarded as he once was, but he can still help your football team. So when it comes to Donta Hightower, one of the more under-the-radar linebackers who are in free agency, where do you think he ends up signing? Make your prediction for me right now in the comments section. From Coach Carter, should the Eagles re-sign Nick Foles? I actually don't hate that idea. They do, of course, already have Gardner Minshew, who I know there is the cult following of, understandably so. They did sign Carson Strong, so I will put the Eagles on my list of fits for Nick Foles because, I mean, the man's a legend in Philly forever, right? Denver could use a better backup QB. I like that one. Carolina had been linked briefly by Albert Breer, so I'll throw them in there. Seattle could use a QB. I mean, is he any worse than Geno Smith? I don't think so. And the Rams, unless they really love John Wolford, Foles would be a better backup to Matthew Stafford, I believe. Now, Foles is a backup. He's not going to start. That's why no one wanted to trade for him, right? But I want you to make some predictions right now. Who do you think the Cowboy or who do you think will end up signing Nick Foles? Let me know right now in the comments section. From Jim Panson, 84, which day 3 pick do you think could have an immediate impact? So there are going to be a lot of guys on day 3 that step up and play a big-time role early. I think the first 3 picks of day 3, right? Cade Otton to the Bucks, Dameon Pierce to the Texans, Perion Winfrey. All those guys could step up sooner rather than later. Looking through my list here as well, I like Neil Farrell a lot. The Charlie Kohler pick I like. Technically, your kickers and punters can make a big impact, but I hate that. Calvin Austin to the Steelers. I really like that pickup in the 4th round as well. We mentioned Tyler Algier of the Falcons earlier in today's live show. He's a good fit as an early impact type of player. Those skill position players also often make their impact felt kind of quickly. I thought Jamari Salyer to the Chargers was a steal later on in the draft. That's another one in terms of offensive line play who could make a nice impact for you. For live shows, NFL news, rumors, and more, all season and off-season long, you've come to the right spot. Hit that big red button and subscribe at youtube.com/chatsportstv. From Oh My Lord, who will be the first quarterback drafted next? I assume you mean year. It is way too early, and we will do some way too early mock drafts. It would be an early 2-team race, I think. 2-player race. Bryce Young, the Alabama quarterback, and C.J. Stroud, the Ohio State QB. Hey, maybe Spencer Rattler actually is decent under pressure next year, but these are the early favorites in what appears to be a better class than what we had this year. I say appears to be because there's an entire year of college football to be played. Changes happen. It's not by any means a locked and loaded thing. Who do you think goes first of these two? BY for Bryce Young or CJ for CJ Stroud. From Pablo, who had the best draft? The ones that I liked the most, the Baltimore Ravens, I thought crushed it this year. I thought Philadelphia did a fantastic job as well. And I also thought that the Chiefs, those three teams in particular, amongst several others, all did a really good job. NFL Daily is also on Rumble. Get uncensored videos, including some NFL Daily after-hours coverage as well, all for free. Help us dominate that video platform at rumble.com/NFL Daily. From James Heiner, what do you think will be the most intriguing quarterback battles once camp starts? Great question, I should say. Steelers jumps out with Mitchell Trubisky against Kenny Pickett. Beyond that, things are mostly settled. The Falcons, Desmond Ridder, Marcus Mariota, another good one. Whatever happens in Carolina feels like one. They can't enter the year with just Darnold and Ridder, right? They got to add, or Darnold and Corral. They got to add somebody else in there. The Niners, if they keep Jimmy G, I guess that could be a competition. And whatever's going to happen in Seattle, Drew Lock, Geno Smith, and I hope a third QB also makes sense. DCX Viper, who are your top prospects for the 2023 NFL Draft? I won't go too far in depth. We will eventually do a way too early 2023 class. Jackson Smith in no order. Jackson Smith in Jigba, the next great Ohio State wide receiver. Michael Mayer, tight end from Notre Dame. Clemson's got some good defensive ends. C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, Jalen Carter from Georgia, and the number one guy right now, that is Will Anderson, the edge rusher out of Alabama. He would have been the consensus number one pick this year had he been draft eligible. We here at Chat Sports have you guys covered every single day with all the latest NFL news and rumors as they happen. So if you want to stay updated, be the smartest of your friend group with the NFL coverage, subscribe to Chat Sports, youtube.com/ChatSportsTV.